These Greenville, South Carolina suburbs are booming in 2025. There are 5 suburbs in Greenville that are growing faster than any of the others, and with one city on this list in particular seeing a crazy 105% population increase in the past few years. Homes in some of these areas are becoming increasingly harder to find as demand skyrockets. And if you want to get in on some of the best places to live in Greenville, you have to get in before it gets too late. So today, I'm breaking down exactly what's happening in Greenville's 5 fastest growing suburbs and what's driving their explosive growth, and most importantly, what it means for property values in 2025 and beyond. Let's go, y'all. Let's kick things off with a suburb that's setting the pace for all of Greenville County. My personal favorite, Travelers Rest. Travelers Rest has experienced a 105% population increase. And if you haven't been up to Travelers Rest lately, the locals call it TR, you're not going to believe what's happening there. Travelers Rest is located about 15 minutes northwest of downtown Greenville. Travelers Rest sits right at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. What's really cool about Travelers Rest is that you've got Paris Mountain State Park right next door, my personal favorite, the Swamp Rabbit Trail running right through the heart of town, and Furman University. You're also looking at some of the most scenic views in all of Greenville County. No matter where you look, you can see either the Blue Ridge Mountains or Paris Mountain. Home prices in Travelers Rest typically range from the mid 400s to over 700,000, and depending on the neighborhood, can even get up into the millions, or if you're up on top of the mountain. You can get everything from charming historic cottages near downtown Travelers Rest to newer construction homes in master plan communities and a true mountain lifestyle up Altamont Road overlooking the Blue Ridge Mountains. There are also some beautiful custom homes on larger lots for those wanting more space and privacy. The Travelers Rest area is perfect for outdoor enthusiasts, retirees looking for an active lifestyle, and really anyone who wants that small town mountain feel without being too far from city amenities. The Swamp Rabbit Trail alone makes it ideal for cyclists, runners, and anyone who wants to pursue a car-free lifestyle where you can bike to coffee shops and restaurants and the Travelers Rest Farmers Market. Don't miss that. I've got a video all about it. So, what's fueling all of this growth in Travelers Rest? Well, I'll break it down for you. I believe it all starts with the Swamp Rabbit Trail. The Swamp Rabbit Trail coming through Travelers Rest has totally transformed the city. This isn't just a trail. It's become a way of life and a lifestyle magnet that's drawing people from all over the region and all over the country. But here's what's really interesting. Travelers Rest is catching a lot of retirees who want to move here. The migration of people not going to Florida and Arizona and places like that, they're coming to Travelers Rest. It's become their destination, and it makes perfect sense. You get that small town charm, beautiful mountain views, and access to outdoor recreation without having to leave South Carolina. What this means for the local market is that demand is absolutely through the roof for the Travelers Rest area. When you have retirees with equity from selling homes in other more expensive markets moving to Travelers Rest, they're often buying with cash or very strong down payments. This creates a competitive environment where homes are selling fast, often within days of hitting the market. The trail effect is real. Properties closer to the Swamp Rabbit Trail are commanding premium prices, and that premium keeps growing as more amenities pop up along the route. New restaurants, coffee shops, and boutiques are opening specifically to serve the trail traffic, which creates this snowball effect of making the area even more desirable. Here's a fun fact for you. There's now even a dog bar on the trail in Travelers Rest. You gotta check it out. Here's the ultimate kicker. The infrastructure improvements are just getting started for Travelers Rest. The city is investing heavily in expanding trail connections, improving downtown parking, and supporting new development that maintains the mountain town character people are moving here for. This isn't a flash-in-the-pan trend. It's sustainable growth backed by real lifestyle amenities that aren't going anywhere. Next up, we've got Greer, and this suburb is experiencing incredible 96% growth. By the way, my name is Meredith, and if you're thinking about making a move to the Greenville area, all of my contact information is in the description below. I'd be so happy to help you make a smooth move to the Greenville, South Carolina area. Let's talk about Greer. Greer is located about 20 minutes northeast of downtown Greenville, and it sits perfectly positioned between Greenville and Spartanburg, right near the airport. What's really cool about it is that you've got the Greenville Spartanburg International Airport just 10 minutes away, major employers like BMW and Michelin within a very easy commuting distance, and you can actually see the mountains from many neighborhoods in Greer. That's one of my favorite parts about house shopping in Greer. Home prices typically range from the low 300s to over 600 depending on the area and home size. You can get everything from affordable starter homes to luxury new construction and master planned communities. There's also a good mix of existing neighborhoods with character and brand new developments with modern amenities. This area is perfect for working professionals, especially those employed by the major manufacturers in the region. As a former Michelin employee, I can tell you it's a great area to live and raise a family. It's also a great area for families who are seeking excellent schools. Greer has some of the most desirable school districts in the upstate. Plus, if you travel frequently for work, being so close to the airport is a huge advantage. The combination of being close to the airport, close to the amenities, really desirable schools, and the fact that it's kind of pretty because you can see the mountains, that makes a ton of sense for why families and professionals are flocking here. With everyone flocking here, let's dig deeper into what this actually means for buyers. When BMW and Michelin employees are relocating to the area, they're often coming with guaranteed employment and strong incomes. Those aren't speculative buyers, they're people who need to live here for work, which creates consistent, reliable demand year after year. The airport proximity is becoming a huge factor, especially post-COVID, with more business travel resuming and people wanting easy access for vacation travel. I'm seeing buyers specifically search for homes within 15 minutes of GSP Airport, and Greer delivers that better than almost anywhere in the region. What's creating the competitive market here is the limited supply quality lots with, you guessed it, those mountain views. You can't just create more land with mountain vistas. So, as demand increases from these high-income professionals, the premium homes with views keep climbing in price. New construction is happening fast, but at times we're seeing it not keep pace with demand. And here's something most people don't realize. Greer's proximity to both Greenville and Spartanburg means you're not just tied to one job market. If someone loses a job in Greenville or wants to make a change, they can potentially find work in Spartanburg without having to move. That employment flexibility is driving a lot of the sustained demand we're seeing. For career professionals, Greer really is a sweet spot. Let's talk about our next area, and it's Fountain Inn. Fountain Inn is showing 89% growth. It's our furthest located suburb from downtown Greenville. It's located about 25 minutes southeast of downtown. Fountain Inn sits right at the intersection of Greenville and Lawrence counties. What's really cool about it is that you've got that authentic small town southern charm with, you guessed it, a historic downtown Main Street. You're close to excellent schools, including the brand new Fountain Inn High School, and you still have reasonable access to Greenville's amenities. Home prices in Fountain Inn typically range from the upper 200s to around $500,000, making it one of the most affordable entry points into the Greenville market. You can get everything from charming older homes with character, we're talking old southern farmhouses in the historic downtown area, to brand new construction in developing neighborhoods. There's also quite a bit of land still available for custom builds if you want more space and maybe some acreage. I think this area is perfect for first-time home buyers, for growing families who want to maximize their home budget, and really anyone looking for that authentic small-town feel while still being connected to larger employment centers. Fountain Inn is also ideal for people who don't mind a slightly longer commute in exchange for more house and land for their money. I would say the reason why Fountain Inn is seeing so much growth is because people have run out of places to go. And so naturally, the growth has now made its way out to Fountain Inn. But here's the thing that most people don't know. The Swamp Rabbit Trail is headed to Fountain Inn. So Fountain Inn could, in 10 years, show up much like Traveler's Rest is showing now because the Swamp Rabbit Trail is coming. Fountain Inn has a cute little main street. It has a downtown. I would put my name on this, y'all. Here's my bet for you. Fountain Inn could be the next Traveler's Rest. It's a cute little southern main street downtown with authentic character. And here's proof that major growth is happening. They just built a brand new high school. When a community has to build a new high school, that's a clear indicator of sustained population growth and families putting down roots. What's really driving this growth in Fountain Inn is the ripple effect from Greenville's expansion. As areas like Simpsonville and Malden get more expensive and competitive, buyers are being pushed further out. That's just how it goes. But they're not just settling for any further out community. They're specifically choosing Fountain Inn because it has that authentic charm and character that you can't manufacture. The new high school is huge for property values. When a district builds a brand new high school, it signals confidence in long-term population growth and attracts even more families to the area. Parents, like me, want their kids in newer facilities with updated technology and programs, so this creates additional demand from family buyers specifically. Here's what makes this market exciting for buyers right now. You're getting in before the Swamp Rabbit Trail arrives. Once that trail connection is complete, I predict Fountain Inn will see the same kind of lifestyle-driven growth that transformed Traveler's Rest. You're essentially buying into future connectivity and trail access at today's prices. The affordability factor is creating urgency too. When first-time buyers get priced out of closer-in areas, Fountain Inn becomes their best option for new construction and good schools. But as more buyers discover this, that affordability advantage won't last forever. We're already seeing prices tick up as word spreads about what's coming to this area. Let's talk about the next area. Simpsonville is showing 65% growth, and it's one of the most well-rounded suburbs in our entire area. Simpsonville is located about 15 minutes southeast of downtown Greenville, and it sits perfectly positioned with easy access to major highways and employment centers. What's really cool about this area is that you've got excellent schools throughout the area, major shopping and dining at places like Fairview Road and Woodruff Road, and you're still super close to everything Greenville has to offer. As a buyer, home prices in Simpsonville typically range from the mid-300s to over $700,000, offering options for a wide range of budgets. You can get everything from established neighborhoods with mature trees and character to brand new master plan communities with modern amenities. There are also plenty of options for larger homes on bigger lots if you want more space for your family. This area is perfect for families with children. The schools are consistently rated among the best in the upstate. It's also ideal for corporate relocations, especially people transferred by companies like BMW, Michelin, or any of the other major employers in the region. If you want the most house for your money while staying close to amenities and excellent schools in Greenville County, Simpsonville delivers. Simpsonville is growing because of the influx of people and its location. Simpsonville is just kind of close to everything. Great schools, great amenities, and great places to be for families. So if you're moving here with a family because you got transferred by BMW or Michelin or Fluor or ScanSource or Cinet, you'll get the most house for your money and you'll be close to everything you need in Simpsonville. The infrastructure is well established. You've got shopping and dining options, and the school districts are attracting families who prioritize their kids' education. It's becoming the go-to choice for corporate relocations and families wanting to maximize their housing budget without sacrificing quality of life. What's making Simpsonville's growth so sustainable is the corporate relocation factor. When major employers that I mentioned, like BMW, Michelin, Fluor, and other companies, these buyers typically have strong credit, steady income, and they need to buy relatively quickly. This creates consistent demand that doesn't depend on outside market speculation. population. The school factor cannot be overstated. When families are researching areas online before relocating, Simpsonville schools consistently rank at the top of their list. Parents will pay a premium to get into these school districts, and they'll compete aggressively for homes in the right attendance zones. This creates multiple offer situations, even in slower market conditions. Here's what's making the market competitive right now. Simpsonville offers the sweet spot of being close enough to major employment centers while still feeling suburban and family-friendly. You're not dealing with the traffic and density of living close to downtown, but you're also not so far out that your commute becomes unmanageable. The shopping and dining infrastructure along Woodruff Road and Fairview Road is a huge draw too. Let's not forget about the Five Forks area. When families don't have to drive 30 minutes for good restaurants or major shopping, it makes the whole lifestyle more convenient. This convenience factor is driving a lot of the move-up buyer activity. Families who start in more affordable areas but want to upgrade to Simpsonville's amenities and schools as their income grows are heading to Simpsonville. Let's talk about our next area. Last on my list today, we have Malden with 37% growth, and the location here is absolutely everything. Located about 10 minutes southeast of downtown Greenville, Malden sits perfectly positioned between downtown and Simpsonville. That's right, it's between downtown and Simpsonville. What's really cool about it is that you've got quick access to downtown Greenville for work and entertainment, excellent schools throughout the area, and you're right in the middle of major shopping corridors like Woodruff Road. Home prices in Malden typically range from the upper 200s to around $600,000, offering excellent value for families and professionals. You can get everything from charming, established neighborhoods with mature landscaping to newer subdivisions with modern amenities. There are also some beautiful custom homes on larger lots for those wanting more space while staying close to the city. This area is perfect for young professionals who want to be close to downtown Greenville but also want suburban amenities and more space for their money. It's also ideal for families who want excellent schools and easy access to both urban and suburban lifestyle options. If you work downtown but want a bigger yard and good schools for your kids and a little bit of quiet, Malden gives you the best of both worlds. People are choosing Malden because they can easily commute to downtown for work or entertainment, but they get more space and better value than living in the middle of the city. The growth here is steady and sustainable, driven by people who understand the value of the location. What's really driving Malden's growth is the young professional demographic. These are people who want to be close to downtown Greenville's job market and nightlife, but they also want to own a home with a little bit of a yard and good schools for future family planning. They could buy a starter home and not have to move when they have kids. The Woodruff Road corridor running through Malden is a huge economic driver. You've got major retail, Costco, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, restaurants, and services all within a few minutes of most Malden neighborhoods. This isn't just convenient for residents. It also means property values stay strong because of the commercial activity and development along this corridor. Here's what's creating competition in this market. Malden offers some of the best value for being close to downtown. When young professionals compare what they can get in Malden versus paying rent downtown, no way, or buying a condo with no yard, Malden wins almost every time. But as more people figure this out, inventory gets tighter and prices edge up. The school factor plays into the growth too, even for buyers without kids yet. They know that when it's time to start a family, they won't have to move again because Malden's schools are strong. This forward-thinking approach to home buying creates steady demand from people who plan to stay long-term, which keeps the market stable and growing. So what does all this growth mean for property values and buyers in Greenville, South Carolina in 2025? These massive growth trends are creating a ripple effect across Greenville that could impact your property value in a big way. If you own a home in these areas we just discussed, listen up, because these growth trends are really creating opportunities. Some neighborhoods are seeing significant annual appreciation while others right down the street barely move. It all comes down to location and timing with new infrastructure. For buyers, these 5 suburbs we talked about today represent different entry points and lifestyle choices. Travelers Rest and Fountain Inn offer that small town charm with outdoor recreation. Greer gives you proximity to major employers and the airport. Simpsonville maximizes your housing budget for families, and Malden provides that perfect balance between suburban and urban living. The key is understanding that this growth isn't just about population numbers. It's also about infrastructure, amenities, and quality of life improvements that make these communities more desirable every year. Greenville isn't just growing, it's transforming. If you are thinking about moving to Greenville, South Carolina and curious about one of these areas or just have questions in general, go ahead and reach out to me. My email is on the screen and down below in the video caption. I'd love to help you find your perfect home right here in the Greenville, South Carolina area. And make sure you check out last week's video where I covered what types of homes in Greenville you should never buy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!